Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to day 4 of Junk Journal Round Robin here at Studioloo. I am super excited to get into it. If you are new here, check the description box to see what this is all about. I am about to jump into these things. Let's open the brown envelope today from Shell first. So exciting. Okay. These are like bigger pages. These look like, oh cool. These are yearbook type. This is, okay. Southside Senior High, class of something. Okay, cool. All these little graduates. So cute. Super cute. All with their little hats. Okay. I set the envelope aside. Mary Ellen has sent me this stapled mailer, which I think I'll set aside. Okay. All right, so we've got some neato plastic trim that's like eyelashy. This is cool. It's like a star that has been crayon rubbed on a coffee filter, and another pattern on a coffee filter with music. That's cool. And then we have a painty paper. Okay, I'm gonna think for a moment here. Okay, the colors all go well together. Okay. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? For some reason I'm thinking about like a hole punch, like popping out certain faces or something. But that could just be because I'm a weirdo and okay. I'm just thinking about holistically how to bring this together in an interesting kind of way. How see-through would this be if I put it on here like a mixed media? I think it would still be not super see-through. Even with Mod Podge, I think that would still be quite white. Okay. I'm gonna have a little thinky. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just went and grabbed a bunch of things because like I feel like I want to bring this together, and I'm feeling like pink will do that. Okay, so I grabbed a bunch of stuff. We're gonna just kind of go through this one piece at a time. So I think the first thing I need to do is break these up into 4 pieces that I want to use. Just gonna like neaten up the edges a bit. Does not have to be perfect. Okay. Good. Then I think I'll break this in half on this fold. Good. Good. That can go. I'm going to trim this one down a bit too. Then I'll half it on the fold as well. Okay. So that kind of gives us like 4 fun kind of pieces that are like, they have a theme going. Now, I have this. I was thinking, I want to kind of layer. I think I can only probably get 3, yeah. without needing another thing for that. But I've got a couple ideas here. So, take some of these weird letter things out of here. I'm wondering if I can use this as an opportunity to kind of use some of these up, because I have all these crazy like letter things, and the frames are good, but like maybe I would even use the frame for something else and just use the punched out letter, because I'm going to use it as the background. But the frame itself is like so cool for something else, so we'll set that there, because then I can utilize that as a background to this. And then I've got that one's not gonna work. Let's just see. Yeah, that'll give me the pink I'm looking for. Okay, so we can use those. You guys are probably like, what is she even talking about? I'm kind of having a dialogue with myself at the moment, I think. I'm sorry. We're going to make this work, you'll see. Get these glued. Okay. This is great because I've really been looking for ways to kind of use up these letters. I've done a lot of things with the frames themselves, but not the letters. So I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good. I had another busy day, but not too bad. I'm behind on journaling now. I've been thinking like I need to do some catch-up journaling. Probably just do one more row after this one to get a good amount of these, I think. But I'll check the size after I do this final one here. Okay. Move this paper out of the way. Move that out of the way. I think I want to trim a little more off of here. We don't need that extra gate kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah, that would be a cool border for this. Where's my scissors? Here they are. I just want to rough the edge a little if I can. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. So that's one Will it go this way? Yeah, it will. Okay, so then I can get more on. So 1. Should I glue this down a little bit? Yeah, we'll glue that on there. We also have this wider one too. I might try to handle the 2 wide ones first. I'm going to trim one of these off, I think, because it's a little hard to measure what kind of border I'll need on each of them. Glue this one down. Doesn't have to be perfect because I'm probably going to be doing more to this. Guess I can pick where I want to put this based on what color I like, because it's going to be the only one that'll fit, I think. A little higher. There we go. Go right there. That's good for that one. And that one. Now these I might do something a little different with. Actually, I might do something a little more. Okay. Going to cut these out. So I'm filming a little bit early, as I think I mentioned, that I do because, you know, in case anything were to come up in November, I would not want to like have you waiting on a video that never comes. So it's actually still October, and I am planning a Halloween party for our scout group. And I've got to think of a quiet activity for the little kids to do while the older kids are doing some ceremonies sort of stuff, like their special projects, because we're going to do that before the Halloween party. And then I'm also planning, I got to get my witch costume ready to go, because this weekend I'm participating in an evening witches paddle at a local lake. So we are all dressing up as witches and going paddling together, and I can hardly wait. It's going to be fun. Perfect. Now I need to stitch these, so just give me 2 seconds to do that. The other thing I'm going to do while I'm away, I'm going to cut these out as well, and I'm probably going to clear emboss them so I've got them as something to use. Okay, we're back. I have embossed these, like I said. I just did 4 because there's 4 pieces of ephemera, so those are all embossed and ready to go to use somehow. And then these, as I said, I just stitched around them and trimmed them down. So now we need to get the other things from over here, and the first thing I want to do with this painty paper is I want to kind of give it an overtone of a pink. I think. So I'm just going to put a little pink down on the paper, and I'll use a soft brush, I guess. And I just want to, I probably just used way too much, but that's okay. Pull some of this pink over here, because this is kind of the side that I was thinking I liked the most. And we'll just pull a little up off here. You can still see the speckling and stuff from the original painty paper, but I'm just making it more like coordinated with this. Just need a titch. There we go. Okay, so I'll let that dry, and then what I'll do, I guess, is the other thing that I wanted to do with the pink paint is just randomly, I want to find somebody here and I want to paint a heart right over their face. So like maybe this is somebody's crush. Make up a little bit more chunky. Okay, there's one. And on here, let's choose her. Ooh, that was bad. That was bad. Again. I'm just gonna judge. Does it work on this one? I don't think it does. You know what? I think it worked on the other tag, but it's not right for this. So let's just lay that down and put the paint down for a second and just rub it off, rub it off, rub it off. Okay. Let's rethink that. Will this tag work? Maybe there can only be one crush in this whole bunch. Maybe we'll see here. If I do it up front. Yeah, that one works. Okay, so those will be different. We're not going to do the heart on the big card. I'm going to do something more dramatic, maybe. All right, I'm going to clean these brushes and be right back. Okay, so I got a few other things to kind of help me along the way. But first I want to outline the hearts. To just give them a black outline. Just to make them stand up a little. And I need to stitch around these two, because I did a very light gluing. There we go. That will make that pop out a little. Now I'll set those aside because I'm gonna stitch around those. Then The next thing that I want to do is use these 2 pieces of tissue as collage across these. So this one, I'm going to go across the bottom here. Cool, cool. You know, this coffee filter paper with this black printing on it, it's quite a lot like collage paper, you know? It's very cool. That's going to be perfect. And then for this one, I actually want to cut the star out. This guy's on crutches, the poor guy. It's like, I gotta break my leg right before. We're gonna keep him. I'm gonna put that like right about there. Yeah, that'll be cool. Okay. Where's my... Cool. Alrighty, now, where'd that painty paper go? Over here. We're gonna need that because we're gonna do something fun with that too. And these. Alright, I need to find my, here it is. I grabbed my Small Talk snarky book because I want to put some funny things on here that would make sense. I wish more people were fluent in silence. That's kind of a good one. And I kind of like these because they remind me so much of, like, you know, the stuff that you see in yearbooks. Where's my unsubscribe button on adulthood? Let's use those. Those are fun. So I'm going to pull off the first one here. We'll do these two. And just clip it down to the size of this. And this is where the painty paper will come in, because I like to elevate my words on top of something. Will that fit across there? Just, yeah. And I'm wondering if I can't just tear this. I normally would cut, but I'm just going to try to tear. Yep. Yep, that'll go across there. Perfect. I want to ink the edge though. Just to highlight those nice torn edges because they've got a cool texture to them. That looks really neat. Okay. Let's get my wet glue here. I might need to clear the hole. Yep. There we go. I like these. Okay. Then I think I will also ink the full edge of this. Also thinking like how would it look to just put a bow on one of these people to kind of make them like the person of this card, like her. Instead of up here, because I kind of make it like, I think it makes it like funnier. Let's try it. Come on, glue. We don't have all day here. I will never finish using this bottle of glue. Oh my goodness, it's never gonna go. It's never gonna be done. Okay, let's find. She's also cute, but she's too close to the edge. She's right in just the right spot. Okay, so see what I mean? It kind of gives a fun feel to this whole card. Okay, so that is good. Let's just let that sit and do its thing. Next, this card. And we need where's the unsubscribe button on adulthood? Love that. I think super relevant for a graduating class. And also me. Yep. Also me. Come off there, you. Okay. So put this one here. This is nice paper. Yep. Okay. This one, do we want to put one of these on here, or maybe this one just doesn't need it? We'll do it on one of them but not the other, so like we have a bit of, you know, variety. Now these I might put it on these, but I'm gonna stitch these first. Okay, so these are done, and then I just realized I've got this to use, and I wanted to use these on the tags. So I think I might go with like a brad on these. Let me see what I've got here. There's a little black one. Do I have another black one? I mean, a brown is also fine, but I know I have one. It's a matter of finding one. Okay, because I had this brilliant idea to just throw all my brads together. There we go. Okay, that's fine. So first we'll do that. Actually, I could also put one of these on here. Yeah, I'll do it for one of them. We'll just brad it all together. So if I go like this. we'll see how that looks. So we'll get our length of this. Go through, friend. Do I want double the length of that? Yeah, I kind of think it's nice with 4 pieces, so let's tie that as is. Thank goodness for paper arts for this kind of yarn, because it's got no business in textiles. But it's awesome in paper, I gotta say. Every yarn has its reason. That's cool. Okay, yeah, I like that. And then I was thinking of trying to find a little something, Some of these are so rude, holy man. Relax, we're all crazy. It's not a competition. Crazy is like one of those words that's like semi not okay anymore, because like a lot of people were called that when they had mental health issues, so it's kind of ruined it as a verb for sarcasm, you know? It's weird. I'm gonna go with I have absolutely no desire to fit in. It's like one of those words that I kind of feel like weird about. And I know some people like get offended by that, like it's just a word or something, but I think it's about like doing less harm. You know, if there are people out there who were traumatized and that word is attached to it, then I don't need to like be one of those people who's like, I guess, telling them not to be offended by something that deeply offends them. I don't need to be that person. No desire. I'm gonna put a little bit of ink on here just to kind of grungy it up a little. I like that because it's a vintage photo, but like, look how cool that turned out. That's really fun. Okay, 3. Now we gotta finish this one. I think I like how the bow came out. I am gonna do it again. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have cut so much of the top off this one. Maybe it's a little too big. But I mean, I don't think it really matters. Oh, that one's better. Let's do that one. That one's a little better. It doesn't cover as much of the person. Oh, I had another thought though. Yeah, let's try something different. Maybe we'll put the bow down there on this one. No, because it'll get all jammed up in the pocket if I do that. I'm trying to be practical here. Yep. A little further down. There we go. Okay. Come here. All right, now let's get some of this again. At first, like when I started the project today, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use all this stuff and if I can get it to work together, but that's the magic of the junk journal round robin, is like things happen and it just, I don't know, it always happens. And it's good, and it's always like a really chill, fun kind of experience. And even when it's like, should be more stressful, I don't find it stressful. And that's why I love this all so much. All right, let's clear the deck a little bit here. So I've got stuff beyond stuff. Okay. Now, move this out the way. We need words for this one, actually, before I go. Okay. She could see no good reason to act her age. That's fun. I am silently correcting your grammar. Today was going great until people. Let's do that. That's fun. I think some of these are so sassy that I probably only use them in my own journal because, like, you know, we all have the ability to write our inner frustrations in our own journals, and that's okay. And maybe that's the best use of some of those. Okay, let's take a look at what we did here. We did stuff. And I'm really happy, I think, with it. So 1 and 2. Let's keep them in frame, Cindy. Okay. I could probably pull out just a titch, but I will a little, and then I'll come in and show you so you can see the whole thing. Okay. So those are the 4 pieces that we made today. 2 cards, 2 tags, all with this same theme of all these people, right? And, you know, here's a nice closer look at them. We come out a little. See how fun these are? I really like them. So yeah, I like how these came out, and like, I just think it's fun with the heart there. Today was going great until people. I have absolutely no desire to fit in. And then these 2, where's the unsubscribe button on adulthood, and I wish more people were fluent in silence. So we had a little sarcasm kind of fun day, and I used up stuff, which is awesome. So thank you for joining me. I will be back tomorrow with more junk journal round robin. Don't forget to check out Shell and Mary Ellen, who also have a video for you today. So let's talk tomorrow. Bye for now.